What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Zhieli, Big Bang, Zhang. Get this. Zhieli Zhang breaks silence amid talks of clash with Martin Bakole. And this is what he had to say. He said, he did really great. I respect him as a person and I respect him as a fighter, and I would be really interested in fighting him. Everything is possible. I am open to everything. That is what every opponent of mine says before the fight, because he said that he would beat Zhieli Zhang, and he said, everyone wants to make me cry. Everyone wants to retire me, but come see what happens. We don't do the talk. We do the action. We are fighters. He said, I would stop him in less than 5 rounds. Okay? And those are the words of Zhieli Zhang. Now, I've done a video similar to this last week or a few days ago about Zhieli Zhang saying that he would stop Martin Bakole in like 5 rounds or whatever. But, didn't get the rest of this, the gist of this. And it's like, hey, you're going to make me cry. Because that's what Martin says. Martin's on a high. I did not give out, he's high off the fact of beating up a kid. Isn't he? So, I think if anything, I think Zhang is open to it. Now, we do know that Frank Warren, his promoter, is not open to it because, Zhang has a fight and he has a la revancha against Joseph Parker. And I say this, Zhang, I think a lot of these guys that have proven themselves this year to be very dangerous, Zhieli Zhangs and the Martin Bakoles and the Aguet Cabellos, which I haven't really heard a lot about Aguet Cabello, to be fair, but since he's beat Frank Sanchez. But nonetheless, these guys are those guys that I am anticipating who they're going to be in their next. Well, Zhang already has a fighter ahead of him, and that's Joseph Parker, and Joseph Parker, may get a little better in the rematch. So there's no foregone conclusion that, Zhang beats Joseph Parker. It's just Zhang is going to go down as a kind of Ernie Shavers type fighter if he can't get Joseph Parker out of there. It's just a guy with a big punch that really has a limited gas tank. So that's what we're going to really see about Zhieli Big Bang Zhang at that point. We're going to see if he can overcome, if he can make adjustments in a rematch, because this is his second decision loss, once against Filip Hrgovic and then twice against Joseph Parker. So, you have these type of fights that you deal with. We have to see if he can overcome, besides talk about Martin Bakole, because see, Martin Bakole just won. Zhieli Zhang, you got a fight to go that's in front of you. Martin Bakole does not. So it's easy for anybody that just whoops somebody's ass to say, hey, I'm ready for that guy. I'll make him cry. I'm going to whoop him. He ain't this. He ain't that. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's that time, that window of time to do those type things, to talk that type of shit. But in Zhieli Zhang's mind, he says, yeah, I'm open for it. Your promoter ain't open for it. But because you got to fight with a guy that decisioned you. So that's what that's about. So Zhang saying, hey, you want this? I'll take you out in 5 rounds. Well, how about take out Joseph Parker, your fighter, first? Don't get me wrong. That's the fight that I want to see too, Martin Bakole versus Zhieli Zhang. But I think that's a mental thing that people get accustomed to, that trash talk, that bravado, and I did this already. But you still got to do more because your career is not ended. It only ends when you decided to end it, when you decide to retire. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Zhieli Big Bang Zhang breaking silence on Martin Bakole's statements that he will make him cry. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.